Okay. Can you guys hear me okay? Okay. And are you able to see the stream now? I stopped and restarted it. Are you looking at Discord? Or you're looking at Discord and it's not showing up for me? I mean, if I show you, can I see? Stream. I don't have any errors. This is my Discord window. Hmm. Okay, let me see if there's anything I can do. How's it going? How's that? Okay. So it's the order in which I started. If I start here and then start there, it doesn't work. But if I have there, OBS, it's over there. If I have OBS started and then share the camera, then it works. It is also up live on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, and weirdly X. So welcome if you happen to be joining Promptcraft live from X. No one ever does, but it's just one click to stream there, so I do. Welcome to Promptcraft Live. This is Promptcraft Live, Midjourney's Promptcraft Live, where we mainly just do weird, unexpected things every week. We've had guest speakers. We've worked on documentation like a think tank. We've argued vehemently about various things. What else have we done? Hi, Ari. We've gosh, all kinds of things. Let me unmute people who are here in Discord. So 1D can talk, and now Westendorf can talk. Now Promptogram can talk. And now Noob Lady can talk.
Yeah.
And
Johnny
Mr. Shoney.
Johnny Bo's just mentioning that the audio and the video sync by about 3 or 4 seconds.
Okay. I'm not being broadcast over YouTube. Is that what you're saying? Audio microphone. Oh, I'm possibly not. Audio Discord voice participants. So, Wendy, can you say something again, please?
Yeah, I can. Hello.
Oh,
Yeah,
excellent.
you're about 45 seconds out from your lip movement to your voice now. It's getting worse. You went from
Here in
10, 15
Discord.
seconds. Yeah, yeah. I'm only got. Let me just see if I mute the stream. You want to talk?
1, 2, 3.
Yeah, I can. Yeah. So it doesn't make
1,
a
2,
difference.
3, 4, 5. How can I get on in Discord? I'm getting asked. You have to go to discord.gg/midjourney. And then if you do join us on Discord, in the upper left of your Discord display, you should see a big green join button, which will let you join Promptcraft Live.
Yeah, You're syncing up lovely now on Discord.
Okay, great. Do you see how your voice is making water lap the boat?
Okay, let's have a look. Oh, I see. Yes, I do. Oh, very clever. Yeah.
Very
Yeah.
silly.
Yeah, Collect says there's like a sub-second lag now in Discord. It's fine.
Okay.
Excuse me.
I am sorry for the constant technical problems. I haven't met any streamer who doesn't have the technical problems. So at least we're in good company. As far as everything only partially working. Okay, so I stopped on Mr. Shoney. Let me unmute. I wish there was an unmute all. Kushi Johnny. Do. Collect. Ari. Amory, Alien Moon. Yeah, this is completely normal for streaming, says Collect. It just gets as close as you can. And I've noticed that the earbuds I'm using have really, really high looping the voice back, so I sound massively loud to myself. Oh boy. Have to fix that. So welcome to Promptcraft Live. Those of you who are on YouTube or Twitch or however you're joining us, remember that you can use your chat and we will see it. Facebook, you're out of luck. If you leave a comment, we'll see it later. But the Facebook chat does not live update. I haven't figured that out yet. But Twitch does and YouTube does. And we'd love to stream to TikTok and Instagram, but they're very, very picky. TikTok only wants gamers at the moment, at least last I checked. And Instagram only wants to show you this much space because it's iPhone only. I mean, mobile only. So you'd get a useless amount of information from our desktop broadcast.
Well, I think you are a gamer. I could always tell TikTok you play a mean game of Scrabble.
I play such a good game of Scrabble. You have no idea.
I can only imagine. Yeah.
It's just, I had to stop playing because I just shamed one person after another.
Yeah.
It's awful.
It's an awkward relationship, isn't it?
I once played Scrabble with my mother, and we had this knockdown, drag-out fight. This was before we could easily look it up. Like, no one wanted to get up and actually walk across the room to get the dictionary, but she didn't believe the word ascot was real.
Oh.
And so now, it was a Scrabble bloodbath about the word ascot, which I don't even think is a very rare word. But she was completely convinced I had made it up, and it's my fault because sometimes I did make words up, and they were quite believable. So yes, all words are real. This is the tactic that I was taking. Anyway, so that's a cruel way to earn points is to make up words and never get challenged, and then use a regular word and get challenged. I don't. She buys herself scarves endlessly. What is going on? Oh, that's my beeper. Okay, you can stop now. Stop. Thank you. Okay. I don't know if you guys heard that. Came in through my ears. Telling me to start Promptcraft Live, which we've started. Yeah, well, I can't wear one whenever I can because they're hot, and I live in Texas. But she does. When my stepfather passed away almost 2 years ago, she kind of liquidated all of her things and in an estate sale. And this estate sale was like 80% scarves. Like, she just had so many. She just thought they were beautiful. So welcome. I see Gravenbach, who contacted me after hours and mentioned that he is exploring putting together a related resource to the Clarinet prompt helper thing. I'm very excited to see what's going on there. I had another person contact me and say they were trying to make not a niche version of it, but a version of it that made sense when translated to those languages, to Thai and Mandarin and Korean and Japanese, because apparently the way it talks, the translation isn't great. Does my prompt helper GPT know if there is a seahorse emoji? That's a really excellent question. It's a deep question. And it's a critical one. And I'm so pleased that Collect brought that up because, GPTs that don't understand the seahorse emoji really, Collect, what are you going on about? I can't deadpan this. I can't deadpan this long enough. Go to ChatGPT right now. All right, guys. The prompt helper or just generic ChatGPT? Okay, here we go. Awesome. Is there a seahorse emoji? Well, let me close this. Okay. All right, Collect. Here we are on Promptcraft Live. Technically, I did just write a prompt, so this is still on topic. It's a ChatGPT prompt. Grabs a napkin and writes down with a pen. Flips it over and scrawls it in giant block letters. Grabs your wrist. Look, he's getting tired. God help us all. Screams into coffee cup. Okay, wait, I gotta look at this. Yes, there's a seahorse emoji. Weird uncle. Ah, here, no, damn it. Ah, hell, here it is. Talk, deep breath. No, Jesus! He types slowly. Oh, for crying out loud, slaps phone down on counter. Grabs a napkin, writes it down. Okay, here it is. Straight, no drama. No more games. Oh my God. Takes a deep breath and looks you dead in the eye. Unicorn. Defeat. Oh, for the love of... I'm losing my mind. Falls forward onto counter. Leans in tired. You know what? Here, final actual truth. Honest to God, seahorse emoji. Wait, no. Jesus. What a great Easter egg. What a great Easter egg. Hi, welcome to Promptcraft Live, Jelly Belly Bumps in the Night. If you would like to see the stream, find the red live button, which should be hovering in the middle. Hovering in the middle of your Discord frame. It doesn't expose him for a fraud. I'm talking about Possum, the persona, not ChatGPT. Was that helpful so far? Yes. I'm voting it up. Okay. Was that a meltdown? In a. Does it give you an error, Jelly Bumps? Okay. So I have a survey question for you guys. Don't worry, it doesn't volunteer you or anything. But this is the Promptcraft Live is the advanced users group. So if you're a beginner or if you're brand new to Midjourney, you are definitely welcome to stay and definitely ask questions, because we might say things that make no sense if you've just started. So this is a great time to stop us. It's appropriate to stop us and say, wait, what do you mean? So go ahead and do that. But the question I want to ask, only Clarinet is audible on YouTube. Darn it. All right. Somebody who is feeling comfortable saying stuff on Discord, please talk. And let me see if I can fix
so
it.
uncomfortable, but I suppose I'll have to if you want me to.
It says that it's
Well, you can be
it says
comfortable, I
that
can
you
be
guys are
comfortable.
going. Look, see that? See,
Yeah,
your
I
voice
can
is
hear you.
jumping.
Oh.
Absolutely,
Whoa.
I can see the waves going, and I'm popping up on top of the
Yeah.
screen there. I can see moving in a
So
circle. You know, so
in
yeah,
your
got my
monitored and
working.
output, your 100% volume.
Yeah, yeah. One thing I do is
100%.
talk.
So I don't know why it wouldn't. I don't know why it wouldn't communicate over on
Yeah.
YouTube.
Typed in the wrong box. Delete that.
I know, right?
Very
Settings,
strange.
audio.
But if they can hear you, that's the main thing, right?
Yeah, for sure. No, it's
Okay,
important that everyone
volume
is.
a bit low. Oh, yeah, it's probably because you turned me down, Himo. Everybody does. Check your volume settings under my name. You'll see
Testing.
it's quite low.
Testing.
Okay, well,
everybody. Damage case.
is
Like I
anyone
see dead
over?
people.
Is
I
anyone
hear
over
everybody.
on YouTube that can confirm that we fixed it? Because I
Yeah,
just did a thing.
please do that.
I did
Are
a
you on
thing.
YouTube?
I think it's fixed.
Continue to talk. Absolute
I'm
nonsense.
continuing to
We're on.
talk. And then we're really
Change
going to
everything
start the
to
event,
awesome.
even though it's 20 minutes in.
Yeah. My one question is there a seahorse emoji? I mean, is there actually one? Because I've just scrolled through, I couldn't see it. But yeah. Is there a seahorse emoji, guys? I mean,
I don't
for
know.
real?
Well, I mean, it's impossible to check on Discord
Yeah.
because Discord has so many.
I would say. Can I just check on Discord? That's all
No,
I'm
there's
checking.
not.
Oh. They're still doing the video thing there. They're still doing the video thing there.
We are. It's
what?
impossible to check on Discord.
David mentioned something in office hours about the new video, didn't he? You can do it in a quad screen now, so you can watch 4 videos running at the same time. Or something. A new video thing. He said it's getting boring now, just having one video up, so you can now stream 4 at a time.
I don't know how you guys have the visual acuity to process 4 at a time.
My brain can't do it. Yeah,
I can't do it. I can't do it.
On YouTube, I'm hearing delayed echo.
You mean, am I muted on Discord?
Is that me or Clarinet that you're talking about, Johnny Bones? Or is it just my wonderful deep undertones? Could be any one of those things.
Could be anything.
It could be. But we don't know. But we've still got to just fill that dead
We
air.
got to keep talking.
With nonsense. Yeah.
Okay.
That's,
Yeah.
just gotta, yep, jibble jabble on. What did I had a great joke
Okay,
to
let's try
mention.
that.
Are we working? Oh, do you have Discord open on YouTube? If so, might be hearing
I'm
very
phasing.
phasing. Ooh, phasing sounds very Star Trekky. That's-
Okay. So the question I have from all of you, and even Southern Belle and Noob Lady and Ari, who might not consider themselves advanced users. I say that about Noob Lady as a joke because her name is Noob Lady, but of course she is an advanced user. My question is, if you were going to teach something, what do you think you could teach about Midjourney? I mean, a little thing, it could be a little thing. Could you teach how to make a selfie? Could you teach how to use OREF? Could you teach the difference between quality and speed? Could you teach what is a chaotic token? Could you teach um, archetypes? Could you teach the dash dash no? Is there anything you feel like yeah, I'm that comfortable. If someone came up and asked me about it, I could talk about it. Ari says how to fail.
Oh,
How to explore styles. Would you teach? No. Could you teach? That's what I'm wondering. Southern Belle says all the codes that advanced users add after the prompt. What is an OREF? What is chaos? Difference between V6 and V7. How to personalize. Animation.
I could teach it all.
Southern Belle, yeah, you teach it all. You do.
I think I could teach it all, but I wouldn't be able to tell you about under the hood. I can't go into that detail, but I can just tell you by doing this you'll get these results. I might fantasize how that really happens in real life, but it'll get you the results. That's what it's about for me. So I teach, you know.
Yeah.
I'm not good. I'm not good
And
with it. I'm not good with the technical, you know. But, yeah.
is Kinky Kong not doing this anymore? Oh, hi.
Yes.
So my name is Clarinet, and I am Midjourney's prompting lead. There's a prompting community and there's a prompt battles community. Prompt battle is led by my colleague Kinky Kong, and she is an amazing lead for kind of social events, like just to keep us all connected and feeling good and sharing our prompting experience and playing games and all sorts of good stuff like that. Midjourney asked me to try to do some education and what is the word I'm looking for? Training education, FAQs, trying basically to teach Midjourney to people. So we do different things. Promptcraft Live is an advanced users group. So we typically try to teach workflows and processes that are sort of beyond the basics of Midjourney. We also spend some time talking about academic or scholarly topics occasionally, or topics in the news about AI and Midjourney, and we also occasionally have speakers, and we also sometimes play games that presume a higher level of knowledge about Midjourney, so beyond just prompting, beyond assuming a particular level of fluency with Midjourney. So hopefully that clarifies Kinky Kong and myself. And we almost never make it to each other's events because of our schedules. Himbo, why did you paste that? Southern Belle says, I saw something last week I can't even describe. He was adding images to certain sections at the bottom of his prompt to make videos. Intriguing to watch, but what was that? So yeah, let's look at that. Give me just a second to open my browser. Because that's where Midjourney lives. So I think what you're talking about is these sections here, right? Right. So this is on your Imagine bar, Southern Belle, if you click on the add images link on the left of the bar, you'll get first of all the opportunity to upload a file if you've got one that you want to start a video with, or to choose from ones you've previously uploaded. So I might choose this owl, and notice it goes straight to the starting frame. I can also drag it into the ending frame if I want to. That's a cool idea, Ari. And then, or I can, let's see, maybe I'll change the ending frame to this guy and say an owl transforms into a man. This is not going to work well. And then now Midjourney will try to extrapolate frames from the start to the beginning, governed by this prompt. And it's going to make a video that way. Have you never made videos, Southern Belle? It's a fairly new feature. Noob Lady says, I don't think I'd want to teach how to use Midjourney. I'd want to do projects and such to teach art history, character development, world building, more project-based learning. Ooh, I love that, Noob Lady. Sometimes you would only use the last option. The last option. This one, omnireference. Were you not able to see the labels of these sections? To the right. Right. So omnireference is a way of communicating the face to a new character. So if I put this guy in omnireference and then say, a man stands in line at the bank, then the man who stands in line at the bank should resemble the fellow. That's OREF. Here's our video of the owl becoming the guy. Awkward. I mean, Midjourney's really trying hard. That's funny with the glasses stuck on his head for a second.
Hello.
Hello. How are you doing? There you go.
Doing in training at the moment, so I got my lunch break to come say hi.
Oh, hey. So, Southern Belle, do you see how when I used OREF, the man, when I said the man in my prompt, it took on characteristics of the man in my OREF? Okay, great. So I'm going to put a check mark on that question. Ari says, I would personally love to receive some more information and insights and guidance about character reference, style reference, and mostly how to make things move. Do you have a particular project in mind? A particular prompt or project in mind when you ask that question? Project Werewolves, nice. You could try that. I'm just putting some check marks through here. What happens if the prompt is owl man and the start reference is the owl and the oref is the man? Well, you can't use oref with video. So when I take the owl and put it as a starting frame, oref goes away. So that's not possible. How can we change the style of an image but keeping it pretty much the same, including character resemblance? For example, change a picture into an oil painting. So, okay, let's look at that. It's not easy because your person, if you're familiar with that person, if they're like family, friend, or yourself, they're not going to look quite right. If it's a stranger, your brain might accept that it looks somewhat correct. So you want to add them as an omni reference, and then you should just be able to prompt the new style. He stands on the shore of a lake, impasto, in the style of impasto oil painting. No. Hold on. An impasto oil painting of a man standing by the lake. Let's try that. Because you didn't have any other prompt. I just made that up. I mean, if you want it to be, they don't want to add and subtract. Right, you said that. You said that. Okay. I would also add it as an image prompt. A headshot of or a passport portrait. Impasto oil painting portrait of a man in a yellow t-shirt. Oh, I need to also get the same aspect ratio, which is about 1:1. So there's changing him, but he's standing at a lake, but he's an impasto oil painting. Oops. And the other ones, they put him photographically with an oil painting, which we'd have to fix the prompt for that. Let me change this to 1:1.
Does anyone else want their microphone? I can help open things up.
What I did is I kicked up EXP and stylized to see if I could I think I already did, Ari. To see if I could force it to overcome the photograph. We're ignoring retexture as a feature because it will remake the face. I see. I see your point. That's interesting. It made his background an oil painting, but it didn't make him an oil painting. It made the gray background an oil painting. Tell me about that. Why crop the image to just below the chin? Oh, I see. You're saying, in other words, you could possibly, if you can just get the face, then Midjourney will guess the rest of the picture and be able to, yeah. Because the modern t-shirt, you think, is dragging it into, no matter what you do, the face and details will be changed. There's no escaping that. If your goal is strictly a style transfer, then retexture is the single best option to get as much right as possible. Okay, so let's try that workflow. I have an idea of what to do with that workflow, which is more than just retexturing. So I don't have that guy sitting around. Hold on just a second. I have to find this guy. That's really low res. Heck, and the problem is I can't. Okay, no problem. No, it didn't work. Of course it doesn't work. All right. So here's our stock photo of a man. And here's my retexture. Submit retexture. An impasto oil painting of a man. Does he look Indian? With a beard and mustache, wearing a blue t-shirt with his arms crossed. He's standing in front of a concrete wall. Submit retexture. So what this is going to do is create, hopefully, a retexture, and I don't think his face is going to be right. But if we can get the style change going, maybe we can take the resulting image that has the correct style and bring it back in to use it with OREF. So it definitely changed the style to an oil painting. Excellent work there. Whoops. Sorry, guys. My hand jitters. Okay. So let's say I like this one. So I'm going to upscale it to the gallery. I guess I don't have to do that. I could just download image. Okay. And then I go back to create and I upload it. And I want to make an image. And I use the guy as the OREF. Then say an impasto oil painting of a man wearing a blue shirt. I don't have to do all the details now because I don't have to ask retexture to, I'm not asking retexture to just describe it. If you leave it out when you're doing retexture, sometimes it reinterprets the face without the beard at all. POD says use retexture with OREF. You can't. Oh, retexture with CREF. You corrected. Yes. Or this. In theory, it should keep the oil painting, and it did. But it restored his face. So there's your workflow, Ari. The face is still wrong, but it's less wrong than it was with retexture. It's less wrong. And what you can do if this less wrong More wrong. It's still wrong. Okay, collect. But here's what you can do. If this is getting closer, but it's still not quite the face, there's two things you can do. One of the more amusing things you can do is save the image, or you copy the URL and do it again. This time with the one that's corrected, and then do the OREF. Oh, sorry. And then do the OREF of the guy and say, a man, an impasto oil painting of a man wearing a blue shirt. And now it'll put the new face on the existing face again. And oh yeah, she's licking something, is the dog. Something went wrong. Or we can get an error. The other thing we can try, which I don't like doing, but a damage case is correct. You can try like upping the OREF itself. I took it from 200 to 400 here. That backfires for me personally so often that I have kind of retired that. I stick to like one of two values of OREF. Tina Benaglia says it works really well with me. You have bring exactly the same face. I discover you have to put exactly the characteristics. Do you mean in the prompt? Okay.
This is something I would, since you brought it up, increasing the OREF weight. You know that it doesn't just mean make it more like the reference, says Clarinet. You know this, Claire. What does exactly increasing and decreasing the omni weight do with omni reference? And it's different than what happened with cref or image weight or those other
Are you asking because it's a good question, or are you asking because you don't remember, don't know?
I'm asking because it's a great question, and I am still wrapping my head around it myself.
Okay. So, CRAF, what they tried to do, it didn't do it very well, but what they tried to do was the lower my cam blinks when I do that. The lower values focus on the face, and then the higher values kind of extend the lasso to the rest of the body. That's the theory behind lower and higher values of CREF. OREF, unfortunately, the higher value you go, the more of the semantic content is communicated rather than the particulars. So it's not the same mechanism as CREF. They tried a different tact. So what happens instead is the higher you go, the more it leans on the identification of what's in the picture. Which means, for example, if you have a particular boot or building or something that you're using as an OREF, and that boot has, orange laces with green stripes, and that boot has a patch on the toe, and you max out the OREF, it's going to look semantically at those characteristics. It's going to see bootness, patchness, stripeness, right? And it will probably max out the semantical stuff. So you'll get maybe a boot covered in patches, or you'll get a perfect boot, no patches, no stripes, because boot is a very powerful semantic archetype, right? So what happens is you actually start losing some of the detailed characteristics or attributes of your picture the higher you go.
So what you're saying is if I want that exact image or that exact face, a lower omni weight may actually benefit me more.
It might. It depends on what you're competing with. I mean, it's worse with objects than with faces. Collect is saying the lasso idea for CW is easily debunked. But it was a good way of explaining it to people when we were using CREF, because it kind of worked like that. I really, really, really am glad Collect is here today. I know it might not sound like it, but I super am. I'm completely energized by Collect.
By adversity?
So by Collect in particular, because I can hear his voice. I know he's got a warm, teasing tone. He just sounds like an asshole in text. But he's not. What does crashing out mean? You're tired? You're angry? Do you not have your microphone? Be angry in voice. Yell at me. No. Oh.
No.
Okay. It's not about the face or not the face. The lasso idea for CW is easily debunked. CW is the exact same thing as OW. The developers don't think so. Tina says, the important point I noticed is that your image can't have too much contrast. So you take a high resolution photo of yourself, and in Photoshop, you remove the contrast and brightness, especially from your face. It needs to be in a profile position, not so much from the front. 2/3 then. Got it. And it worked perfectly for me when I used a head-on photo with too much contrast. Didn't produce good results. That's right, Tina, because Midjourney is easily confused. It doesn't understand why the highlights are there. In my own opinion, it, like, if I have somebody with shadows under their eyes or any lighting, it reinterprets the shape of the eyes and the nose, depending on its decision about why the shadows fell that way. So you might
the light
have.
source is in the image, it might help.
Say again.
When the light source is in the image, it helps. It often reinterprets, for me, it often reinterprets things like an emblem on the chest. It'll then reinterpret as a light source, unless there's a separate light source causing and justifying the shadows within the image.
I see. So if the person has a ring light in the photograph with them, it will interpret the light as coming from that picture, that ring light that's in the picture.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Fascinating. Absolutely fascinating. The semantic, the Midjourney's intelligence gets in the way of its job sometimes. Like, it's too smart. It's too smart the way this dog is too smart, like in an unhelpful way. Like, I don't know. Collect says, you're saying that the developers will say with a straight face that CW and OW are not both about adherence to the semantic content as it is understood as a respective model. No, I think they both have a little bit of that going on, but I think CW literally had Collect. It literally has a facial recognition app in it, like a layer. Like, I don't know who they licensed it from, but it has facial recognition in it. And when you're at really low, I think maybe at 0 or something, you're just running the facial recognition app. And when you increase CW, the idea is it starts blending with the thing that's looking at the whole picture. And in OREF, as far as I know, that they don't use a facial recognition thing. They're only using the diffusion semantic understanding. No licensed extra help. So it gets confused differently and more often. But it's also better at some things. It is still easily shown, though, that the main function of CW is still adherence to the semantic meaning, even if there are other sublayers. Sure. I was mainly trying to tell you that they're not the same app. It's not like they versioned CW and called it OREF. They're from scratch. But they're still basically the same mechanism, which is blending semantic adherence with facial recognition. But in OREF, it's more sophisticated and therefore fails differently. Fair enough. Fair enough. Let's see. What would be a cool... I'm behind on what would be a cool event. Oh, great example of the semantic stuff, Himbo. Nice job, Tina. Some of my OREF pictures ended up looking like me. A flattering version of me. A version of me that does not have shadows that make me look like I have a massive double chin, which makes me very self-conscious. I haven't figured out how to put the lights that doesn't make me look like that. But I've decided that I'm just not gonna have any shame. Just not gonna do it. Not gonna have any shame. So Ari, did you? Oh, right. Yeah, I'll bottle it and sell it. Ari, did you get the information you needed?
I mean, yeah. This system, Midjourney, is vast. I mean, every day you learn new things and new styles and new whatnot. So there's no ending. So
there's no ending, and it's really complicated. I mean, it's really complicated to do.
Yes.
Anything beyond
anything
just
you teach us,
puppies.
let's say, anything you teach us is probably most likely going to be news to me, and I appreciate it.
Oh, good. Good.
Even if it isn't.
Okay. So, welcome to Promptcraft Live. Those of you who are joining a little bit later, it doesn't matter if you're watching this as a recording. If you use whatever the comment feature is in whatever medium you're using, we will eventually see that comment and get you the help you need. This is the advanced users group, so we bicker amongst ourselves about how Midjourney works. And just now we talked about OREF versus CREF. Some of you have joined only since version 7 was released. And if you've joined since version 7 was released, then you are not confused about CREF versus OREF, because you've only used OREF, we hope. Just to summarize, the interesting thing about OREF is that often in the very, very high OREF weight values, sometimes the semantic meaning of your picture overrules the pixel perfect part of your picture. The workflow we just went over, just to review, is step 1. To move a photograph into an oil painting, for example, is first retexture it and then bring that retextured output back into Midjourney as an imported image. Use it as an image source, an image prompt, excuse me, and use OREF to kind of mold the face back over the retextures output. So it's a multi-step process to change the style. And Johnny, I don't know if we have an FAQ for that. I don't think we do. If we do, I've forgotten about it. I want to come to Jelly Bumps in the Night, who said, does Midjourney offer any guidance or resources to help creators consider the physical world ramifications of our work? For example, how large-scale image generation might contribute to increased electricity use, potential water shortages from data center cooling, or other environmental impacts tied to the creative process. There are many discussions to be yet to be had about the environmental impact of AI. The exciting thing and the capitalist thing, which we can all kind of feel uncomfortable about AI, is that there's just a shit ton of money in AI. And AI uses a lot of energy. And therefore, it is finally behooves the world of greed to solve the energy crisis problem and the renewable energy resource problem and so on, because the kind of energy that AI wants far exceeds what coal and oil and all of our older types of energy can produce. AI demands brand new energy solutions and proposals, and so they're happening fast. They're happening not only in our lifetime, but if you Google around or ask your news sources, you'll see these things are being solved ASAP. And I am amazed that AI is finally the kick in the butt that the energy industry needed to start moving forward with all of the projects that they've been like, oh yeah, climate change, we should probably fix stuff. We should probably fix the energy problem. Yeah, I guess we should at some point. There was no money in fixing it. AI means there's money in fixing it. So it's getting fixed. So everyone who hates on AI because it's terrible for the environment, remember that it's AI that's going to solve the problem. Because it's connected to the greed and it's connected to the need. And it's not, this is very dark news, but that's the only silver lining I can find, is that capitalist greed might in fact solve the energy problem. Nuclear energy is high risk, but very clean. Good point. Damage Case says OpenAI is in the news for that. Apparently they opened a massive center in the Midwest that's eating up much of their electricity. It's going to happen. We're going to fix it. Yeah, Midjourney should provide information and how to contact their representatives in order to pressure them not to take oil money, for sure. China, we're in your hands. Yeah. Doesn't it get more efficient all the time? Also, that's also true. The pressure, the immense pressure to make money off of AI, to make AI central to our lives, blah, 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 is not only putting pressure on the energy solution side, but it's putting pressure on the efficiency side for AI technologists and AI makers, whatever you want to call those people in that field. And so between the two of them, I think in the next 3 to 5 years, we're going to see surprising leaps forward in energy. And we're all going to look at each other sideways and say, like, okay, why couldn't we do this 20 years ago, 30 years ago, when people started worrying about the climate? And the answer is going to be capitalism. Da-da-da-da. Say it all together now. The whole group. Capitalism. That's why. Let's see. I don't know. By the looks of it, at least the LLM bubble is going to pop after all. So I'm not sure how much extra energy we will need. Well, the LLM bubble is trying to become a different kind of bubble. Have you read that already? LLMs are trying to become ecosystems, not products. What does that mean? LLMs are trying to become your operating system instead of your app. They're trying to become the way you interface with your apps and programs, not an app or program itself. The way you build mini apps and so on, and so they're trying to pitch themselves as an infrastructure instead of an endpoint. And so it's kind of like they're trying to blow a new bubble before the bubble they're in pops.
So Clarinet, before you go further, I need to need to run, so I'm saying goodbye.
Okay.
But also, I'm currently Promptcraft Live is the perfect place to bring the philosophical world questions as well as problematic prompts and complex questions. I'm going to be developing a series, a more philosophical series on with for Promptcraft Live. Once I get through training here at work, I have a good friend of mine who is a professor and consult with companies on aesthetics and the aesthetic implications of aesthetic decisions, the philosophical, moral, ethical, and financial implications of aesthetic decision making with architecture, or even just having art in the building, or things like that. The use of AI and exploring the philosophical implications of that. If anybody's interested in that, I'm going to be making a series to run periodically through Promptcraft Live, that we can dig into some of these questions. So look for that in the coming months. Maybe after Christmas, but I'm planning for it now.
Excellent. I really look
So
forward to
just
this. Okay, good
I'm
teaser.
hoping
Good
before
teaser.
Christmas, but yeah. So it's going to be a longer term, but I know how fast AI moves, so it's going to feel slow. But philosophy also has moved very slow for millions of years. So anyway, have
True
a
story.
good day, everyone, and I will see you all.
Have a good day. All right, so I'm scrolling up to see where we left off. Damage Case says, I got into trouble discussing real world stuff yesterday, so I'm trying to avoid that, but there are reasons to be skeptical. Wonderful world of stuff. So technology is getting cheaper and more efficient, cleaner, but we are paying a 300% increase in energy bills. OpenAI is resorting to ads and mature content as a business model. They can keep trying, lol. It's not going to happen. Don't believe the OpenAI at all hype. LLM models have completely stalled in progress. Damage Case. When all the AI tech giants slavishly stand before Big T and give him gifts and praises, and he actively shuts down massive solar projects in the U.S., reality isn't encouraging me to believe my earlier point that it will get solved. I said he wants them to fund it themselves, to get out of, stop making it a government business. Go, just do it. Taboo aspect aside, I'm wondering what they're trying to gain from having access to that depth of people's psyche. Interesting. The reality is probably boring and dumb. They literally just want to sell you ads. He works for the fossil fuel lobby. A hot earth isn't their concern. They have air conditioning. They can go fishing on the peak of Mount Everest. Ah, shit. Yeah. So it's a big deal, but I think the fact that it's a big deal is exactly what we need to make it solve the solve the problem. The fact that it's getting everyone mad, the fact that you can't say the word AI without getting hate mail about, like, you're destroying the world, you're destroying the environment. I'm like, good, I'm so glad you believe that, because maybe you'll vote differently this time. You know, people were never up in arms like this about, I haven't seen anyone up in arms like this since chlorofluorocarbons. When was that? 1989? You know, people were really really mad, like you couldn't escape the topic. And when climate change came around, it was a scare and a hoax, and I didn't hear anything like what I'm hearing now. They almost killed the world with hairspray. Yeah, that's not the good old days. Remember when we were scared of hairspray? Huh. Back then, we knew how to save the ozone layer. But I think we're going to save, I think the energy crisis posed by AI is going to help. We can't just do oil and gas if we're going to do AI. People don't vote themselves out of autocratic regimes. Well, hopefully we're not gerrymandered to the point of, I don't know, autocratic regime. I wonder if that's what's happening, if that is what's happening to the US, if they'll still have us vote in one person after another, or if they'll just regimeify it. Who knows? Welcome to Midjourney's Promptcraft Live, where we discuss Midjourney. It's what we're supposed to discuss. If you have any questions about Midjourney, especially if you have any projects you want to talk about, please let us know. Stu says, the joys of walking home from school in the 70s and hearing the 4-minute warning siren being tested. Yeah. How to prompt these kinds of shortened images. Shortened. Oh, foreshortened. Yeah, I wonder if foreshortening is just the word to use for that. Whoops. I bet foreshortening will help. For sure. Yeah. Foreshortened photo of a man holding an iPhone. No, an iPhone in the foreground of a foreshortened. Let's see. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out the right keyword. Like foreshortening seems like a better keyword. That worked. How's that? It needs to be at an interesting angle. Oh, you don't want the subject blurred. I see. The man, you have to describe him. Wears a red baseball cap, haha, and black t-shirt and jeans. He wears glasses and has frizzy red hair. I don't know, frizzy blue hair. I'm just making stuff up. Because if you describe the guy, then he'll come into focus, is the theory. Damn it. Yeah, I'm not getting the interesting angle yet. Stopping Midjourney from doing depth of field is so hard. Usually just describing the thing that depth of field has blurred out helps. But, and it worked insofar as I do have a full description of him that is not blurred, but he's showing us a selfie of himself, which is not helpful. An iPhone in the foreground. With a black stick. That help? So to get the action shot, you can say action or dynamic often works. Man is crouched on the street, his arm out the side. Also the wrong aspect ratio, you guys. Cool to watch Midjourney do its thing. You guys aren't yelling advice at me. What's going on? Yeah, foreground and foreshortening bring a lot of depth of field. But I'm so used to just being able to describe the guy and have that go away. I mean, you're right. Yeah, I just took that out. Look, he looks like that guy from Portlandia. Now the iPhone is blurred, but he isn't. That's good. Damage case got the man, but not the iPhone. I'm getting the man, but not the iPhone. Holds out the silver iPhone with the black screen to the camera. Now I'm trying to add information, more detail to the camera, excuse me, to the iPhone to see if that brings it into focus. Oh my God, did it? No, now it lost focus on him again. Midjourney. Can't I have both? That's pretty funny, Colette. There we go. I got both. I did not get both. I did not get both. Both? No. I'm following my own instructions for how to try to fix the prompt. Everything in focus? I don't think so. I mean, that's conversational. These are great pictures, Midjourney, but I even said sports photography. I'm going to try this. That's nice, but it lost the foreshortening aspect. Himbo. Good job. Hey, wait, look, it worked. No, it didn't. It just looked like it for a second because the picture was small and it looked like it wasn't blurred. Oh, wait. Guys, is that it? But I've lost the foreshortening. Focus stacking is a word that we wish worked. It's not in the training. I mean, if I say focus stacking, no, or even if I say like, no depth of field, blur. There's your focus stacking. One of the things I could do possibly is use the pictures as a style reference. If I can find the pictures in the chat again. I'm looking. Wind tunnels, okay. So what happens if we randomly try that? POD Journey says photographically you would need to use a high F number like F16. You would have to do that. Well, there's the style reference. It worked ish. Try that. Yeah, the style reference helps, but it looks like you'd have to play with it a little bit. Let me bring me back out of raw and back out of low stylize and taking it right back to the defaults. See if that helps. That's brilliant, Collect. But I mean, you know, there you go. I'm taking all that out. I'm gonna see if I can just let the style reference take over. I trust that guy, Collect. That's cool. I mean, the hands are terrifying. The hands are like some sort of I don't even know. I'm so disturbed by the hands. Yeah, for serious. Collect, these are okay. They're not sporty like this guy, but whatever prompt you're using, maybe if I combine it with the style reference, it'll do the chemistry we need. No damage case because the guy in the back is blurry. The guy holding the phone is blurred. No, it's supposed to be no depth of field like this. See these? No depth of field. Yep. I don't know. Collect, are you going to share the prompt so we can maybe... That's a nice idea. That's 1/4 of your prompt. Oh. Action shot ad of a man holding out an oversized iPhone in a stretched out oversized hand, which is just what Gallifrey was saying. Mm-hmm. It's interesting. I love these though. Yeah, I can try that. Look at this. World's tiniest iPhone. Well, this increased it to 3 out of 4. Good job, I Got Soul. There you go. Okay, let's see. Nice, Gally. Action shot phone out of a man holding out an oversized can opener in a stretched out oversized hand. Huh. To the newcomers, welcome to Temu. For sure. I really, really do believe that Temu uses all the folks trying with Temu to sell on Temu are using Midjourney. 4 out of 4. Nice job, Collect. My phone is getting bigger without getting closer. Yeah, these are good. At least it gives you a starting point. All right. Behold the power of cologne. Is that a s'more? Is he cooking a s'more with a fireball? He's cooking a s'more with a fireball throw. Look, he's like, check out my enormous iPhone. Check it out. Well, Mythlesh, here, Mr. Myth. I don't know where you're selling. I don't know. Whoops. I don't know where you're selling, but I hope it all goes well. Not all of what is in this prompt is useful, but it's just something for you to start with. The lessons you can learn with this is the same lessons we always learn with Midjourney. Specificity helps. Notice we went ahead and described the oversized phone, the oversized hand. When we wanted the pose, we described the pose. When we wanted the clothing, we described the clothing. When we wanted the background, when we wanted this, that. In this case, it's being supported by a style reference. I don't know what it'll produce without the style reference. Just holding out his hands. No, it's actually maybe better without the style reference. It's pretty good. He's overlapping. It'll take some cleanup in Photoshop, I think. Just replaced iPhone with some more in your prompt. That's hilarious. Midjourney can't make s'mores. Oh, I love it. Great job, everyone. That sounds tasty. So one of the things we didn't check was Pod's suggestion of using an f-stop. I'm not a big fan of using camera commands in my prompts. They don't tend to work out for me. But I'm gonna open this with let's see, I don't know, Canon with F16 instruction. I know, but we do have someone on YouTube that suggested I try it. So there you go. It does change back and forth what's blurred. He's focused, the phone's blurred. He's focused, the phone's blurred. He's focused, the phone's blurred. He's blurred, the phone is in focus. So I mean, it swapped one. Nice damage case. Stu says that one was point of view close up of a man showing us a phone. That's nice. Showing us a phone. Near, sharp, and clear. Wearing tracksuit and white trainers. Solid color background. Oh, is the guy out of phone? Oh, yeah, he is. Now that I look at it big. Darn it. So close, Stu. I am fascinated by dog cam right now. She's... What camera lens would keep everything in focus? Nothing. I've researched the hell out of it. There's nothing. Yeah, she's done. A hyper-realistic style instead of a photographic style? That will add some non-photographic. Wow, that really changed. Oh, let's try hyper-realistic. Fascinating. using Surreal now as well. Oh, that's pretty good, actually. Oh, it's out of focus. I need to fix the prompt so the hand isn't. That's it. Oh my goodness. Oh, that's good though. That's not. That's disturbing. Welcome to Promptcraft Live. We are still ruminating over Mythlash's project, which is to get pictures like this, where a phone is held in the foreground, but both people have to be in focus, and we lost that in this last one. But these aren't bad. I have to take this crouched part, the extra hand out. Surreal. Oh, that's not bad. Good job, Himbo. Look at his outfit. What do you think? Are we proud of this outfit? Good job, sir. That's right. Ooh, surreal wasn't great, but weird is a cool idea. Let's see. There you go. Lion raw. Raw out. Well, that's pretty coherent for something this completely silly.
Motion detected at front door.
Phone the size of a brick like the old days. That's right. Well, we have another 15 minutes. And one of the things I'd like to do, if Johnny's still on the call, Wendy's still on the call, you guys, and Damage Case, you guys spend a lot of time at prompt battles, right?
Yes, indeed.
Indeed. So the question I have is, at prompt battles, it's pretty freaking educational too, right?
Yeah.
Kind of.
Lots of sharing.
Kinda.
we get to see lots of people's techniques, and then we get also sort of go, well, how did you do that? And could you please share that SREP? We get a lot of that because they're like, how have you done this? And so it's very educational.
So I was just wondering, is there anything we want to repeat to the Promptcraft Live crowd? Anything that you guys remember recently that came up that we wanna repeat? Give a repeat to a highlight.
Not really, no. It's not that kind of information because it's we're on a time frame between these little discussions happen between the 10 minutes of this and 10 minutes and the 2 minutes of posting, and so we don't really do. It's not really a
Deep
learning
dives.
thing there.
Yeah.
It's more.
What about illustrations or video jam, music video jam? Nothing that we can deserves an echo.
Tutorial wise, no.
Okay.
It's just about being there in the community and then and vibing off each other as we're doing it. So it's not something you can teach.
Okay.
You're there and vibing and going and discovering how people do things, but it's not saying, oh, let me show you how. It's just like this is what I use. Run it and leave them to it. If you have any questions, they can come to you.
Got it. And Westendorf's gonna just take a look through. I just wanna take the opportunity to if people who are teaching to give whatever they've taught one more time on stage. You know what I mean? Can you include text in video? Is the next question. And you're being asked directly, so I suppose do you have a workflow to walk me through?
Yeah, both me and Gallifrey do roll call animations all the time for that kind of thing. But we will create. I personally use 6.1 to create text, and so I'll create text in the actual the as an image, and then I will use it to create a video. You've seen me do that card. Remember the card, the business card? You could flip it around.
Right. Yeah.
So, yeah. So it's all about getting that first image created with text in it. 6.1 is best for that. Japanese and stuff go to need to.
So like a business card that says Midjourney, and then you use that as the end frame.
Well, you could do another business card, you'd use that as an end frame, yeah, and you could also put like on the other side it says is magic. I think that's what I did, isn't it?
Right. That's
and what I did is most of it was working and some of it wasn't, but I was able to grab the end frame of It's Magic and then Midjourney and then put those two frames together, and it was literally flipping around in his hand perfectly, wasn't it? It looked magical.
It really did. It was great. So I'm gonna starting frame. This is an ending frame.
Oh, team boot. Roll call is just 2 words. Well, if you want the works of Shakespeare, then don't use Midjourney. I've trust me, I've tried doing the works of Shakespeare. Even with the other GPTs, they don't do it. Yeah. I didn't realize somebody wanted to use how much. What kind of text are you talking?
Hold on, I gotta get.
And believe it or not, roll call 2 words. It can go wrong a lot. I get rule call and roll call and all sorts of funniness along the way, but that's just part of Midjourney spelling, isn't it? My biggest challenge was Mississippi, of course, because that's just an insane word anyway. But I have completed Mississippi many times now. But I couldn't right up to, I think it was 6 that I actually did it in the end. But I was playing Mississippi from V2 onwards. I did it once in V2. V2 was quite surprisingly good with text. People don't know that because V2 was so weird, and many people weren't about then. But yeah, V2 was really good at text. V3 wasn't bad; it was a bit tribally, but 6.1 was the one where I can make Mississippi every 4 quads. The order doesn't really matter. What's this? Start with the
Oops.
static image. Yeah, I will start with the static image when it comes to words in. Yeah, no way you're going to say you can ask a video to start doing titles and stuff. It doesn't do it. So it doesn't know what it's not good. You've got to. You need an image with the text on it. 100%.
I guess if I had to give a suggestion, I would always include the words at the very beginning and next explain what I want them to look like
Or just
and
who asked
over
you?
what they should be like. So in this case, you're just. Oh, this is not a. Okay. So I need to start with this, my starting frame, and then use this text. My video isn't working. My video stuff isn't starting. Does anyone else have video jobs that are not starting?
Mm,
My business card one just disappeared.
I've just ran one. It's running in the UK, but different server, aren't we?
POD Journey says Prompt Battles is great and very educational. I recently discovered at Prompt Battles that you can see a tile made into a pattern.
Yeah, a lot of people don't realize you can do that. When you tile something, when you go to preview it, you can click it, then double click it, and it fills your entire computer screen with that tile, and you can scroll around it. You see, a lot of people don't know that's an ability.
We
And
get
the
some
amount of people
cats here.
I've even seen people like who've been around for a while, and they go, "What?" You just click it again. There you go. Boom. That's what it looks like as a wallpaper. So good, right? But yeah, you obviously knew that, Clarinet.
Yeah.
It's a great way to check your tiles are working. But somebody kept saying they were doing it and trying to get these beautiful tiles for wallpaper, but it kept breaking, and the tile never ever works. It's because they're upscaling it. As soon as you upscale, the tile breaks. I've not seen a tile work. Oh, it's so cute. It looks almost like it's just, yeah. Oh, that's lovely. Tell it say hi though, can't you? When you're that slow mo kind of thing, it does. Its eyes go all gobbly. It's like his eyes are made of those little sticky eyes you get, that just bobble about. Quite
Googly eyes,
terrifying.
googly eyes.
Yeah, googly eyes.
How can we make a slow motion animation and that we can then extend a few times and still look good? Slow motion animation that we can extend a few times and still look good.
Yeah, it's really hard to get things to fall over. Collex just mentioned that. It's really hard. I've got a roll call thing I did during one of the prompt battles, and it was said somebody tripping over their own words. So I tried to make a person trip over the word roll call, and honestly, this guy was like, it's like when you trip yourself in the street, but you sort of catch yourself and you save yourself. This guy was running around like a lunatic, tripping himself over all over the place, but he would not fall over. He kept on bouncing back up or just saving himself at the last second. Getting something to fall over in Midjourney is very difficult with the video, and very impressive to see that cat falling over. Very impressive. But again, I'm mirroring what Collex just said there. It's very true. Yeah. Again, the trick to get somebody to fall over is to get an end frame where they're lying on the floor with their hands against their sides and whatever, blah blah, and use it as an end frame. The end frame is they'll be flat on the face. Often there is that last second where they try to bounce back up again, though. It's usually quite amusing. So, yeah. Midjourney does not
Most of
want
the
collisions.
videos I've made with Midjourney, I've had to take parts of it, like these 3 seconds or those 3 seconds, and rarely the whole thing from top to bottom, start to finish. Oh, good job! Tripped over a banana for scale.
Yeah, it's the same with fight scenes. A lot of people were struggling to get people to. Midjourney doesn't like people to fight, but you can do it. But the quickest way to do it is once you've got your two characters, get them in an embrace, a loving embrace, really close up while they've got the weapons in their hands, and use that as an end frame, or even a start frame, because they're already in close contact with each other, and then you say they start to fight, and they're instantly in there, body blowing each other because they're right close together to start, and then of course you can reverse that scene to where they almost slowly part away from each other, but you just reverse the video in the editor, and they'll just charge at each other and become very embraced in, it looks gruesome, But
Good to see you too, likely so. I'm never on prompt battles because, well, I mean, Kinky covers the hours that I'm off, and I cover the hours Kinky's off. So never the twain shall meet. I do occasionally bomb prompt battles and do a little something, say a little something, say hi. But
something.
little something. No, dude, you could participate. All my free time is taken up by other things. Like I have nothing left. So, but I really appreciate the invitation, and I do like to join from time to time. I'm not good at it though. Terrible at it.
Oh, me too. But it's not about.
I think I've won prompt battles like twice in the 2 years that she's been doing it.
You've only been there 3 times.
Oh, very funny. 3 oh, really? You remember? Okay, folks, we have come to the end of Promptcraft Live. What a great event we had today. I really appreciated the prompting puzzles and projects that we went over, and you guys answered some of my survey questions and stuff. I was really happy about that. If you are interested in what else is going on today at Midjourney, we have a calendar for you, which if I can clear my screen, I'd absolutely get you. We have, first of all, we have this feedback form, which slowly but surely will become a way to get goodies. And we also have digital goodies. We also have this calendar if you are interested in exploring any of our other events. Thank you so much, everyone. Please consider, even if you've left feedback before, do it again, and consider signing up at least for the I Love Midjourney badge at Luma, if nothing else. There's also a Prompt Battles badge. All right, everyone. Thanks. Have an amazing morning, afternoon, or evening, and we will find you again at the next Midjourney event. Bye, all.